like to introduce his welcoming remarks, Kevin Kamenetz.
If we're not in the internet age, we're not alive. So I think embracing it in many ways, such as you're doing this morning, is obviously not just the wave of the future, but the necessity of the present.
Thanks everybody for having me. As Ted mentioned, my name is Dan Taylor, and I'm the director of the Google Display Network for North America. So at Google, we have a saying that the world's always been social, the web's just now catching up to it, right? So what I want to do today is assert that while the first moment of truth is still an important concept, we need to revisit it in the context of the broader consumer experience and the media that they're exposed to. So we believe what marketers need to do is look at the direct contributors prior to that first moment of truth. And we think that it's the online experience that's increasingly becoming that primary contributor. So we like to call that the zero moment of truth. One of the things that I think is great about digital marketing is that you can really hone in and focus in on just your target audience. You don't need to boil the ocean. You should stay very focused on what's immediately relevant for your business, and you can tap in and find out what are people searching for in the restaurant industry, what are people talking about with regard to telecom, and you can get very specific in that way.
What's the big deal with Under Armour? They are a company born out of a basement. It was all a dream. CEO and founder Kevin Plank, he started Under Armour right out of college with borrowed money.
Simply wanted a t-shirt that wouldn't weigh him down on the field.
My incentive was giving me just that little bit of edge advantage.
Since day one, Under Armour has stood for innovation.
Would you join me, please, in welcoming?
Welcome to Under Armour, you sissies.
And for today, I'm going to focus on two of these pillars. I'm going to focus on story, and I'll focus on service. Digital has a significant role in telling this story, and digital is broad. Social is a bigger piece of the digital ecosystem. We truly believe that it is an ecosystem. One feeds off the other, whether it's at the top of the funnel down to the bottom of the funnel, whether you're building demand or capturing demand. But it truly is an ecosystem, and being present for your customer, your audience, to tell your story so that you can touch every part of that funnel, from awareness to consideration to sale, even back through the loop to loyalty. We're going to work with our paid search team in our e-commerce group, and we're going to capture that demand, we're going to tell that story, and hopefully at the end of the day we're going to drive that sale. So all of these pieces as part of that ecosystem all work together. It's the same in social media. Social media influences what's happening on Google. Google influences what's happening in social media. It's all, how do you get that traffic? How do you capture that traffic that's going through that ecosystem and telling the right story to the right person at the right time to make that connection? Whether it's the top of the funnel down to the bottom of the funnel, it is an ecosystem, and it's our job to, again, make sure that we're servicing the client to tell that great story. And so with delivering, we're servicing the customer, as I said, it's delivering their needs and desires wherever they are in that ecosystem.
Stan Charles, one of your affiliated partners with PressBox. I know Spiro is probably the only one up there that's involved with website design, but I was hoping all of you could discuss a little bit about style and substance of what you should try to do when you're starting your website or redesigning a website.
There is no right or wrong answer. It's dependent on what you need, who's managing it, what kind of tools you want to. You may say to me, we need to build something that I can manage from my couch on my iPad while my kids do their homework. I want to be able to update my website.
So to add to that point, I think whether you're building a really small website to use on your iPad on your couch, or you're building a huge one, I think a couple of important things are, one is to look at who your target customer is. It might seem glaring and obvious, but you need to do that, because depending on what the customer is going to do, you're going to build out different content. Excuse me. So if you look at Comcast's website, they're going to have industrial or commercial customers, and they're going to have people that aren't customers yet. So you have a whole funneling process that goes through your website.